Hello, and welcome back to another video. Today we're delving into a bit of controversy. We're talking about AI art today. You might have seen it popping up on platforms like Instagram, Twitter, DeviantArt, or Pinterest. For those of you who don't know what AI art is, it begins by collecting some artwork from the internet, sketches, paintings, you name it, and then feeding these pieces into an algorithm. This algorithm is then trained to generate similar art. However, oftentimes there are, let's just say, noticeable errors. And other times, it's hard to tell if it was made by a person or the AI. Many artists are understandably upset about their art being used without their consent to train these algorithms. Not only that, I've seen many people concerned that AI might eventually replace human artists altogether, especially AI art being used for commissions. Perhaps big companies might even be excited about the idea that AI art could shorten their production time so they can produce more things. I even found myself wondering if getting an art degree is even worth it. One thing is certain: AI art lacks the ability to make corrections. While it can produce fully colored pieces and mimic the styles of anime or Western styles like Disney, it falls short when it comes to being able to make precise adjustments. For example, if you commission someone to make concept art for a project you're planning. Let's say you want to commission a book cover. The AI prompter sends you the finished piece. However, you decide to ask if you can change the perspective. Perhaps you want the character to be looking up at the viewer, but you don't want the general design to change, or the background. The AI art will likely not be able to generate the same character or background. Artists have the advantage of being able to make meticulous corrections to their work according to the art director or client's request. However, AI art cannot. It would simply just start over again, and that doesn't even guarantee that it would be able to implement those corrections. I don't know about you, but have you noticed something about AI-generated art? To me, they typically have the same look. Yes, they may steal the art style of other artists and mesh it with realistic photos, but there's a certain motif they go for, which is smooth lines and shading, a lack of push perspective, and a lack of visual storytelling. Sure, they're pretty drawings, but they lack any depth behind them. I often see clean line art, which typically means it's not very sketchy. I love being able to see how the artists develop their work. For example, the guidelines that they make for themselves, or some scribbly lines. This isn't to say if you don't use texture in your art, it's not good. I say this to explain that by using texture, it will help you stand out in this oversaturation of smooth art. Which is weird to say, but you get the point. If we look at the majority of AI art, it includes characters facing the camera, not really pushing perspective, looking away from the camera, or attempting to add a greater meaning to the piece, to express a larger story. Besides, look, pretty girl. Wow. On the topic of storytelling, if you've ever been to an art class and had to write an artist statement, this may ring a bell for you. What is the meaning behind your art? Now, I'm going to be honest with you, sometimes there's no meaning behind my art. And that typically isn't a bad thing, especially if you're doing studies. However, having a story behind your work adds a lot more depth. And as I've been growing as an artist, I found that that's something AI lacks. And I find it more interesting to find pieces that have unique visual storytelling or choose to do something interesting with their medium of choice. To stand out in this changing world, I feel like instead of looking at what AI art is doing and copying it or stealing back from AI artists, I feel like we should observe what they aren't doing. That's my hot take, okay? We should be looking at what it lacks and what it's choosing not to do and take advantage of that. To be frank, I'm really not worried about AI art for now. I think of it like cheap microwave food. Sure, it's convenient, but does microwaving food make you a chef or a cook? No, you're not. You're just using someone else's recipe, and you're not really cooking, you're just reheating it. And that's what AI art is. You pick art that isn't yours, and then you type a prompt, and then generate a piece. Or think of it this way. Did the invention of fast food eliminate restaurants? Yes, I know food and art are not exactly the same thing, but hear me out. Why do we go to restaurants rather than just ordering something like Subway? Both of them provide the necessity of food. But what is it about a restaurant that makes you come back? Maybe it's the ambiance the restaurant creates, the presentation of the food, the way it's cooked. Maybe your favorite restaurant is accommodating to your food allergies if you have them. Or maybe because fast food isn't good for your general health, but you get the point. Just because something can be made faster and cheaper doesn't make it better, or in this case, make the restaurant obsolete. I don't think AI art can truly replace humans, at least within our lifetime. I can't speak for the future. If anything, it motivates me to make more thought-provoking art. I hope by watching this video, you're pushed to make more interesting art without being worried about AI. So don't give up on art yet. At the end of the day, our desire to connect with other people's stories and passion will always have us coming back for more. Side note, we are still running our Draw This in Your Style challenge for our 2,000 subscriber milestone. With the issue of Instagram's AI coming about, if you feel uncomfortable sharing your piece, your entry on Instagram, just know that that's totally fine. You can DM it to me, you can DM it through another social media like Twitter or X, whatever we're calling it now. Heck, you can send it to me on Discord. I really don't care. That's totally fine. I just wanted to let you know, if you are uncomfortable with where Instagram is going in terms of AI, you have another place to send your entry. Anyway, I've been forgetting to say this in almost all of my videos, but feel free to like and subscribe for YouTube's algorithm, and put something funny in the comment section. Or don't, that's totally fine. Anyway, bye.